Thanks for stopping by. I'd like to preface this video by saying it is not a knitting tutorial, but a means to have something playing in the background while you work on your own knitting project. If you're like me and really enjoy watching videos online while you work, sometimes you find that the content you watch is very visually engaging and you're several hours in and you haven't gotten nearly as far along in your knitting project as you would have liked to. So that's where I come in. If you are new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. Thankfully, it hasn't been as long as a stretch since our last greeting or meeting, I guess. Today is Monday. It's probably like 5:30 right now. By the time I got finished setting up all of my equipment, I think it's around 5:30, and I had the day off. Yesterday was my book club, and also if you are in a state in the US that follows daylight saving time, it is daylight saving time right now, so we sprang ahead 1 hour on Sunday, very early Sunday morning, and I'm still recovering from that. I can never get used to that, and I'm hoping my state will vote and pass that we won't go off of daylight saving time anymore, because it is such a pain in the butt to go on it in the spring and then go off in the fall. So in October you fall back 1 hour, and in March you spring ahead 1 hour, and it's such a pain in the butt. But anyway, I thought about what to do today, and I'm just gonna keep working on my cardigan, because you can see from Saturday I haven't done anything else. I've actually been working on the blanket for the friend of my partner's whose wife had just given birth not that long ago, and the baby came a little early, but not too early, so I still have some time. She's a little, so I think even with the blanket that I'm making for her being quite big for a baby blanket, that she'll have plenty of time to use it by the time I'm done. And I am getting very close, so that was my goal for this day. Last night when I got home from my book club, we ran some errands and I did some more laundry and stuff, and then today I just lounged around, but last night I was knitting with that one, so I have about 30 rows left of that before I can change color, so I'm not quite done yet. I'm only finishing section 1 of 4, and I need 82 rows of each color of that one, so yeah, that's taken a bit of time. But since this is just one panel of my cardigan, I do want to keep going with this. Back when I thought about this project, I thought it would be nice to have it to wear in the spring, but considering spring is next week for us, I don't know. Don't think that's gonna happen. This might be, if I'm lucky, this might even be just a summer cardigan, considering it's open knit, it's cotton, so it's breathable, but who knows? Who knows how fast I'll be able to knit this one. But yeah, so I go back up tomorrow to work and hope, oh, what happened? I don't know what's going on right here. Also trying to think of what to do for dinner. We ordered, since we were out running errands, we got some pizza and we got pizza and sides and stuff, so I pretty much ate the sides. I didn't even touch the pizza yet, so I'm hoping to rely on that as like leftovers to bring to lunch the next few days. But I also have leftovers at work in the fridge because one of my coworkers wanted to go out to this salad place in town, and it was really good. It's one of my favorite places to go. So I left my lunch in the fridge at work, and so I'll probably eat that tomorrow, but then I still have Wednesday and Thursday to think about. This Friday I have an off-site meeting I have to go to, so they'll actually feed us for that. So I won't have to worry about lunch on Friday, but Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday I had to figure out what to do. Okay, alright, I think we got that figured out as well. Cool. Yeah, so hopefully if you had to do stuff today, I hope it was a good day. It was super dreary today. Like, I think that might be why. See, first I was gonna wake up around like 9:30, so I set my alarm clock to get up around 9:30 in the morning, and it went off, and then I was like, don't really feel like it, so I set it for like 11, and then I ended up waking up a little bit before it went off, which is fine, and then I just laid in bed. I was like on Facebook, checking out Instagram, stuff like that, just kind of loafing around, and finally I came downstairs and like started my day, because, you know, considering it was almost noon by then, there wasn't really much else going on. So did some more laundry, went online some more, and yeah, so it's been a pretty slow day. It's been kind of rainy today too. Yesterday was really nice. It was like in the low 60s, but it was super windy, and it happens to me all the time where it's a nice day and then it's just crazy windy. And my book club finished early, so I got home early, so we were able to do our errands and have dinner and just have the evening just to kind of do whatever. So it was nice. It was a nice day. My friend, my coworker, well, my former coworker who goes to the book club too, she ditched. She didn't like the book, and neither did I, but I still came because I read it, and there's a lot of times we read stuff that's not that fun, like stuff that I wouldn't normally read myself, and then I just give it a bad review when we talk about it in the group. But she ditched me. She went to see the Emma movie with one of her current coworkers, who is actually the former foster mom of Koji, and they're really good friends. And of course, you know, that makes all the sense, but the fact that she ditched book club, it's only once a month commitment, and she didn't go because she didn't like it. And there were literally like 5 of us. It was me, her husband, because he almost always goes unless something's come up, and another guy who's a pretty regular, and another guy who's regular, and then our leader. So it's like, hey, so I was the only lady there, so I had to like represent for all the female energy, because this book was so misogynistic. It was made in the 80s, and it's kind of like this, the author's like reflection of all of the stuff that he had done and his relationship with his wife and everything. And since he was older then in the 80s and the 50s, when he was younger, like the setting of this book kind of represents a lot of those views. So I was just like, yo, this isn't cool. I don't like how he's talking about his wife, and I don't like how any of the other characters talk about their wives. So there was that, but everyone pretty much agreed with that, because they're like, yeah, this is not progressive at all. But the fact that she couldn't like lament with me, so it's so funny, because I asked her husband, I'm like, where's my buddy? And he's like, oh, she went to go with her friend to see Emma. And I was like, oh, okay. And then of course I looked on Facebook and I saw she had the status of watching Emma, and so I commented. I was like, I see how it is. Ditched me. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. But I mean, it was all in fun, but I was like, hey, can't leave me hanging like that. So we'll see. Hopefully she comes to the next one. I already requested the books to come to my library so I can read them, because I really try not. That's one thing that like I used to buy for the book club. I almost bought every single book that we would read, and they were things that I wouldn't even want to read myself. So I'm like, I don't want to add things to my collection if I don't like them. So I do what I can to check them out from the library. But like the one that we read now had like 0 holdings anywhere. Like nobody had this book in their library, so I had to buy it. And that's usually only when I do, or like if the one I'm requesting is taking too long, then I might buy it too to have it to read. Otherwise, I do what I can to get it in from the library, and unless it's something that I absolutely like and know I would like. And lately, that hasn't been happening. Lately, it's been all these like obscure things that our book leader really likes or wants to read himself. So he's like, I want to read this, so that's what we're going to be reading next. And like the one we just read, nobody liked it, and it was even said like, I would not recommend this as your first read up by this author, because it's their later work and they're kind of like on their last journey of being an author and all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I could tell, we could all tell, because it was not good. So there's that. So I'm hoping, I mean, next month's, the April one seems okay. So we'll see about that. But yeah, it was pretty just low key today. Lounging around, enjoying being free. I had a bad dream about work, and that kind of put me in a sour mood when I woke up. But that almost happens all the time when I'm on like a vacation and I have to come back to work. I'll almost always have some kind of dream that's work related, and it's not a positive dream. And this one was like a person, like a customer was yelling at me about a policy, and I was like looking for business cards, and I couldn't find any of like my supervisor's business card, and they wanted my supervisor's business card, and I was just wasting all this time. And is it like that, you know, when you have a dream where you have to read something and it's just like blurry, you can't read, or you have to get somewhere quickly and you can't run? Or sometimes I have dreams when I'm driving and I just like cannot stay on the road, or I can't press on the brake to actually stop the vehicle from moving, and I'm driving around like I'm in Grand Theft Auto or something. Like, it's just horrible, and I just hate those dreams because I can never feel in control, and like my brain isn't, like, I'm looking at stuff and it's all blurry and I'm rubbing my eyes like, I have to be able to read this. It was kind of like last night's dream. It was just like totally useless, so don't like that. Don't like that I had a customer that was being like extra rude, and I'm like, all I can do is give you their card because they're going to tell you the same thing I'm telling you. And it was like, ugh, so bad. And I'm scared to look at the weather, because if it's raining today, it had snowed before and now it's been pretty calm, and I'm really tempted to put away my winter boots just to have them out, because my cats love to lay on my shoes, any shoes really, and then they get fuzzy, and when I'm trying to, you know, get out of the house in the morning, I end up spending so much time just getting fur off of my boots because they've been sitting by the front door because they're all wet and gross, and you know, I don't want to keep taking them upstairs if we are kind of in a strain of bad weather, because I know I'm just gonna have to get them out again. But lately it's been pretty calm, pretty dry, no mud or snow really, so I'm thinking I can put them away. But I have a feeling like as soon as I do that, it's gonna snow again. So I really don't want to risk it, but I'm also getting tired of looking at them. So I'm very conflicted like that. I also have to do like a good clean out anyway of my clothes because, as I mentioned in my last video, I might be moving at some point soonish, and if I can, I usually do like a little bit of like a mini spring cleaning, mini clean out anyway of like clothes and shoes that I don't wear that much anymore or haven't worn, and I've kind of like let them kind of trail along with me from place to place. And right now I think it's time for some of those things to just not exist anymore in my possession. So I usually just donate everything that's in good condition. I'll donate, and then anything that's like totally ratty I'll toss, because I wear my stuff to death. If I'm wearing it, it's like gonna be worn to the part where it's gonna get frayed and gross. But if I haven't worn it, it's basically brand new or really, really good condition. So those are the things that I give away. But I have like shoes and stuff that I just don't wear anymore. And I used to wear like really high heels, but now that I walk around more than I used to, they're not comfortable. So I had to think of like more practical outfits and stuff, and that's not it. And I tried. I was like, oh, maybe this summer I'll wear my cute platform sandals, and I did not wear them once. I did not really go anywhere this summer anyway to dress up, so I think those are good. And I got rid of the dress that I was wearing those sandals with, so now I don't even have anything that goes with them. So it probably makes more sense just to let them go. Some other stuff I used to be, actually the shirt I'm wearing right now is from this multi-level marketing company called LuLaRoe, and I got bit by the LuLaRoe bug maybe 4 years ago, and I was just obsessed with buying stuff from them, and I bought some stuff that I just don't wear anymore, and I think that can go as well. But my Space Invaders shirt, even though these are probably like licensed characters, and they did not have any licensing rights to a lot of the stuff that they use besides like Disney, I think I'll keep this one for sure, because it's just a fun shirt. I used to wear it to work, but I noticed there was like this stain that came with it, and like when I opened it up, when I got the package, it was like that, and returns are like such a hassle, so I just kept it. And I would wear it sometimes, but after a while I started like getting really annoyed by that stain. So now it's kind of like my hangout / weekend shirt / just don't wear it to work anymore shirt. Not that anyone else had noticed it, but it bothers me because I can see it. It's also kind of why I did my makeup really bright, because I wanted to... There's a paw under the door. Wanted to match my shirt. What else? I don't know. I have to film again with my stuffing plushies. I still have 2 more plushies to stuff, and an excuse to go to Joann's to get more polyfill if I end up running out, which I'm pretty sure I will, because the Hello Kitty one is taking me a lot longer than I thought it would. And that's why I did the dragon the last time. But I still have the Pikachu to do as well. And there's a ramen shop by the Joann's, so I think it's going to be worthwhile to go and have my partner take us, so then they can have some ramen and I can get some stuff at the craft store. Not that I need anything else, because I don't, but I've been doing really well with like not buying any more yarn, and I'm seeing deals left and right. Like this morning or this afternoon, by the time I came downstairs and then the post office worker came by, they put a catalog in my mailbox for the Willow brand yarns, and I bought some yarn from them before, and I just get their, their catalogs now because they have my home address and stuff. And I've looked through so many of those, but I have yet to make a purchase since last year when I bought the yarn that I bought. And I haven't used that yarn yet, but I have a pattern. I just haven't had a chance to use it. So I'm like, nope. And I get knit picks. I get this. I see a lot of Afghans in it, but there's like some other yarn thing. And who else do I get mail from? Webs, yes. So Webs, knit picks, Willow brand yarn, and the Afghan place. They sell regular yarn, but they advertise like all the Afghan patterns that you can do with the yarn. And I have not added any more yarn since I bought all the yarn I needed for that blanket that I'm working on currently. And I'm feeling pretty good about that. Like, of course I want more of it, but I haven't been, besides the projects that I want to do, I haven't like looked at any new projects that I felt compelled to buy yarn for. And I feel like that's better for me if I think about what the projects are that I need the yarn for. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned that before, where I wouldn't buy any yarn unless I had a project. But at the same time, since the yarn's so pretty, I'll just buy it and think, I'll find something for it. I'll find something to do with it. And here I have like one, two, 3 tubs of yarn that hasn't been used, so that's a problem. Seeing how much time we have together, how much more time. But I think for the most part, as long as I think about that, being a little more conservative with my yarn purchases, I have to tell myself, like, the yarn's not going anywhere. The yarn will be there. The yarn will be there. Don't freak out. Like, that's what I have to tell myself, because I have like this FOMO tendency. When I see the yarn, I'm like, I have to get it now, and I have no reason to. Definitely have no storage space to have any more of it, but that's kind of like me and my nail polishes too, because I have on my phone I have like maybe 2 tabs of like new nail polish companies I've found, and I'm like, oh, these are so pretty. But I'm like, wait, I'm on a use every color I have now and not repeat any colors until I've used them all once. So there's that. By the way, you won't see this one next week, because you might not even see the one I'm painting now, but after I'm done filming with you guys and after dinner, I'm painting my nails like a hot pink, like a very fuchsia-y hot pink, because it's time to change my color again. And this color I'm wearing and the one I had on before were like the new ones that I bought because they were on sale and they were colors I really like, but now this one is chipping, so I have to change it. And that's what I do. Usually when it starts to chip and it starts to get really annoying and chipping, then I'll change my color, because I just don't like how it looks when it's chipped. But I use my hands so much at work that my nail polish, even the nail polish that claims to last for like a week or up to 2 weeks, like hardly ever lasts even a full week. I might get through one day before my polish starts to chip if I have done a lot of activities at work, but it's inevitable. Like nothing, I just don't even bother believing those claims because of how hard I am on my hands when I'm at my job. So nothing ever lasts that long. Unless I went to like a professional shop and had like a gel nail. Gel nails are the only ones that had lasted me long enough when I was younger and doing my nails every now and then. Like really, like maybe once or twice a year I would go and get them professionally done. Otherwise I just paint my nails at home like I do now. But when they did it with that no chip thing, that one lasted. But I like to change my nail polish a lot too, and I love nail polish, so I don't mind changing them when they chip, because then it's just another excuse to try a new polish or use an old one. But now that I have been committed to trying every polish I already own once, I have a long ways to go before I can get any new polishes. And I think, yeah, because I think the polish that I'll be putting on tonight will be like the 16th or 17th polish that I've used. And, you know, considering how many weeks in the year it's already been, and I have been doing this since the beginning of the year, partner's popping popcorn. I smell the butter. Hey, they're gonna ruin their dinner appetite. But I'm only making soup, so I guess it's not that big a deal. But the fact that they didn't wait for me. This is not uncommon though, where you'll eat like a whole big snack before I get home, and I'm like, hey, don't you know I'm gonna be making dinner tonight? And they're like, oh yeah. So, oh well, that is life. Hey, still not nearly as long as it needs to be, but longer than it was before. I like it. It's coming along. Whew. Yes, just as I thought. Not much time left on the clock, but that's okay, because we finished another row. So thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope to catch you on the next one, and hopefully it'll be Saturday, because we'll be closed again, so that means no one will bother me, so I should be able to film earlier in the day. We'll see. I do like my sleep, so we'll see when I wake up and when I start my day on Saturday. But with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.